Hunt.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It is a delight to follow my friend and colleague in this important debate. I'd also like to thank the Honourable Member for Bristol North West for introducing this private member's bill to the House. This is a very important matter, and I welcome the constructive discussions he has had with the Government to address the long-standing and valid concerns about regulation of forensic science. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Honourable Member for Bolton West for his work on this in the last Parliament. Please may I also offer at this time my condolences this morning to the police family following the death of an officer in Croydon. I have passed on my condolences to the local police commander in Leicestershire. The impact of this death will be felt countrywide. Madam Deputy Speaker, I know that from following crime investigations in my own constituency how crucial forensic science is to identifying and convicting perpetrators of some of our most violent crimes, bringing justice to victims and their families, and instilling confidence in our criminal justice system. Furthermore, combined with the work of our fantastic police officers, forensic science also contributes to the prevention of crime, acting as a deterrent to would-be criminals. Crimes from burglary to murder have, over the years, been solved through the excellent use of forensic science. I have been told in the past by my local police force that they have a very good idea of who is committing a spate of crimes, burglary for example. They just need the opportunity to conclusively prove that. Forensic science is very often the route which achieves this. Constituents have greater confidence in the police and the rule of law in general when arrests lead to convictions that are backed with clear evidence, not only with witness statements, but also forensic science, whether material or digital. Indeed, it is encouraging that the latest figures from the Crime Survey for England and Wales estimate a significant 9% reduction in the level of crime in the year ending March 2020, with a notable 12% fall in theft and a 13% fall in criminal damage. Whilst this is welcome, more needs to be done to ensure that forensic providers and police forces in England and Wales meet quality standards. As members across the House have already acknowledged, there have been long-standing concerns with the UK forensics market is unstable and in need of stronger regulation. The current lack of effective regulation has led to a number of issues, including quality of service, instability in the private sector, and an inability for the current market to adequately invest in research and development, which must be addressed if we are to continue to build public confidence in the quality of forensic evidence. I would today like to focus on one of these issues in particular, quality of service. I welcome the fact that dozens of police forces across England and Wales are making improvements in various areas of forensic science, including fingerprint comparison, crime scene examination, and the extraction of data from digital services. However, earlier this year, the Forensic Science Regulator reported that only around 30% of forces will be compliant with crime scene investigation standards by October 2020. That digital forensics compliance was likely worse than 20%, and that 5 forces still lacked accreditation for fingerprint services, despite it now being a legal requirement. Furthermore, some police forces and smaller commercial providers have consistently failed to achieve requisite accreditations across the range of forensic disciplines for their in-house facilities. I understand that this is a particular problem in digital forensics, which has only become more acute in recent years as the type of crime being committed has shifted. As the government's 2016 Forensic Science Strategy highlighted, police recorded crime shows a long-term shift away from traditional volume crime, such as burglary and theft from a vehicle, and an increase in offences with a digital element, such as child sexual abuse and indecent imagery offences. The shift to digital not only enables new types of crime, but also means that traditional volume crimes can be committed in ways that leave a digital as well as physical trail. As such, While there has been a decline in the demand for traditional forensic science, for example DNA and fingerprints, there has also been a significant rise in demand for digital forensics. This made even more concerning by the fact that the accreditation of those who produce forensic evidence must be disclosed in court, that the value of evidence produced by a non-compliant laboratory can be questioned by the defence, potentially jeopardising the prosecution, and that despite being aware of these issues, the current regulator has no legal authority to enforce internationally recognised standards and ensure the quality of forensic science continues to improve. It is imperative that the regulator is able to take action when they have reason to believe that forensic science activities create a substantial risk to the course of justice. I, therefore, welcome that this bill not only put a future forensics code of practice on a statutory footing, but that it would also give the regulator powers to temporarily shut facilities where they have reason to believe that a person may be carrying on a forensic science activity in a way that creates a substantial risk of adversely affecting any investigation or impeding or prejudicing the course of justice. Of course, this is not a new proposal. The government, having first committed to developing proposals to give the forensic science regulator statutory powers, put the current remit and the associated codes of practice on a statutory